How many times have you heard a woman say, God, he's got such clear skin? How many times have you heard a guy say, oh, she's like a doctor, she's gonna have a huge career, she's gonna make so much money? How many times have you heard a woman say, he's got such silky smooth hair and it's so long and so luscious and it smells so good? How many times have you heard a guy say, oh, I love her car, it's so cool, and whenever I'm riding in the passenger side with her, I feel like everybody's watching us? Never. You've never heard any of these expressions, any of these sayings. You have never, not once, heard some guy comment on how wonderful some chick's career is and how rich she's going to be. You've never once heard about how beautiful and clear some guy's skin is from a woman, yeah? Of course not. Of course not. Why? Why? Why haven't you heard this? Huh? Because you hear all the time a guy saying that she's got incredibly clear skin and silky smooth hair and great boobs, right? And you've heard lots of times from a woman say that he's got a great car, a great job, great whatever. Right, it goes to hypergamy and beauty. Now, a lot of guys, a lot of MGTOWs, a lot of guys who kind of like fucking hate women. I mean, let's call it like just call a spade, right? These guys are basically misogynists. They complain all the time about female hypergamy. What's hypergamy? It's the desire of a woman to basically snag a mate of a higher social status, to climb up the social hierarchy insofar as their mates are concerned, right? Now, MGTOWs and a lot of guys are just flat out misogynists, hate this fact about women, but they never complain about the fact that guys, what do we care about? What are we looking for? We're looking for a hot woman. And see, hypergamy and beauty, well, it's the same impulse. It's just expressed in different ways between the sexes. It goes back to men's and women's evolutionary natures. Yeah? A man is looking for the best mate, genetically speaking. He wants a woman who's beautiful, who's got long hair. Why does he want long hair? Because a woman with long hair proves that she's been healthy for at least a couple of years. That's why, okay? He wants a woman with clear skin because it means that she hasn't had some sort of infection or anything like that that would damage her reproductive ability. He wants a woman with, nice tits and a nice ass because good tits means that she's going to be able to feed the children. A nice ass represents a relatively wide hip, and so that means that the child will not die in childbirth, at least in the past, in the evolutionary sense. Today we have medicine and technology that prevents that from happening, but in the past that wasn't the case. A girl with a nice ass, with a relatively large ass, meant that she would be able to bear children who would survive. That's why guys pay attention to this shit. We are evolutionarily programmed to care about this shit. And by the same token, women are programmed to care about a guy's social status because, see, a guy with a higher social status will have more resources to care for her and the offspring that she has with the guy. If the guy is handsome or not, well, that would be nice. It's a fringe benefit. But in an evolutionary sense, a woman wants a man who will be able to care for her, provide the resources so that she will survive and her kid will survive because the truth is, and we all know this to be true, it's a truth about human nature, women cannot survive and gather the resources to help their children survive all on their own. They need a mate to go out and find the resources while the woman cares for the offspring. That's the nature of reality. And the reason this is so is because human offspring are not born independent. Like you look at, I don't know, giraffes or horses or whatever, a foal is born and it can walk in minutes, and by the end of the day it's running. Whereas a human infant is born pre-embryonic, basically, and rather not pre-embryonic. It's born in an embryonic stage because of its big head, its big brain. No woman can carry a child in her body until its brain is sufficiently developed that it can be independent, the way an animal such as a horse, a giraffe, any herd animal can allow that to happen, you see? And so what happens is, see, a woman needs a guy. She needs a guy to provide the resources, and that's why she is hypergamous. It's built into her. But by the same token, it's built into guys to look for the hottest female. Because hotness, beauty, certain specific qualities in a woman's physiognomy represents a higher chance of successful offspring. Okay? Now, to bitch and moan about this truth, to bitch and moan about hypergamy and beauty is stupid. Yeah? MGTOWs and misogynists bitch and moan about women's hypergamy, which is dumb. But there are also women, on the other hand, who talk about lookism, which is dumb. And they talk about fatism or bigotry against fats. I forget the name of that. Yeah? I mean, of course guys are going to find fat women repulsive, because a fat woman, it's unlikely that she will be able to bear healthy children. They're probably going to have all kinds of problems, because a fat woman has all kinds of problems, diabetes and whatnot, okay? So, yeah, of course, both sexes have this, and this is normal. This is natural. And to try to socialize this away is stupid. Yeah, because that's what's going on. Both SJWs and MGTOWs are shitting on this truth about human nature. Women are hypergamous, and no amount of socialization is going to change that fact about women. And men prioritize beauty and certain physical attributes. And no amount of socialization by leftists is going to change that. And yet there are both of these groups who try to do that. And most people are politically, they're indifferent, but at the same time, they want to be polite, right? And so they think to themselves, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't pay attention only to a woman's beauty. I shouldn't pay attention only to a man's status. I mean, they try to act this way out of decency and compassion and just to, go along to get along, go with the flow, kind of, you don't want to make waves kind of thing, right? This is a mistake. This is a total mistake. See? You're looking for a woman, go for the hot ones. Fuck the ugly ones. Fuck the fat ones. Screw them, let the devil take the hindmost, you know what I'm saying? You're looking for a woman, go for the attractive one. Not the semi-attractive one, not the one that you think that you got a shot at. No, go for the really fucking hot one, the 10, okay? You can't get her now because you don't have game, you don't have confidence in yourself, whatever it is that you don't have at this time, that you can't get the 10 or you don't think you can get the 10, fine. Then work on it until you can walk up to the hottest thing at some bar or at some conference or whatever the fuck you're at. You walk up, you roll up to the hottest thing and you just say to her, how you doing, baby? I'm the best thing you're ever gonna meet today, yeah? Then you're on your way, because see, give in to your evolutionary diktat. Don't deny who you are. You're a guy. You're a guy, and what you want is children. Yeah? Because children will make you happy. I talk about this all the time. I mean, you guys who are new to my channel might not know this, but I'm telling you, man. See, a man's life is fulfilled with children, and you want to have children. You don't want to be some old bachelor at 70 with nobody who gives a shit about him. No, you want to have a bunch of children. And I'm not talking 2. I'm talking 5, 6, 8. As many as the woman or women of your life can bear. Yeah, have as many as possible because it will make you happy. Because no guy got to the end of his life and said to himself, gee, man, I wish I hadn't had so many kids. No man ever said that ever. Okay? That's a fact. And so you want to get the hottest women and have the most kids. Give in to this evolutionary diktat. Allow your instinct to flower. Go for that sort of woman. The hot one, the healthy one, the normal one. And insofar as women's hypergamous nature, don't bitch about it. Play it. okay? I mean, a woman is hypergamous. Nothing you say, no bitching and moaning on your part is going to change that fact, okay? So rather than try to change that fact or bitch and moan about it impotently, which is just stupid, right? What you do is you play with that fact. And how do you play with that fact? You make shit tons of money. You go out, I mean, if you think that you're so fucking smart, then go make a pot of money. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I mean, you're smart, right? You look around and you say, oh, all these people are fucking idiots and I'm so fucking smart. Okay, fine. You're so fucking smart. Make the fucking money. And you say to me, oh, you know, but if I make so much money, you know, she's gonna divorce rape me or some shit like that. Fuck off. If you're smart enough to make money, you're smart enough to know how to hide it so that it can't be touched in a divorce proceeding, okay? And the fact of the matter is, once you start making real money, it's really fucking easy. I mean, the guys who get divorce raped, right? They're either fucking idiots, right? Or they want to get divorce raped, okay? I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, you know those girls who walk around some ghetto somewhere in a fucking miniskirt and their tits hanging out, right? And they get raped and there's also surprise, right? Same thing happens with rich guys who allow themselves to be divorce raped. If you're making real money, I mean, I'm talking high six figures, low seven figures and up, then there are going to be lawyers and accountants who are going to show you how to protect yourself from a divorce rape, okay? This shit with Jeff Bezos going on, that's going to be like the largest divorce settlement ever, he wanted that to happen. He was a pussy-ass bitch to allow that to happen to him, okay? So don't give me this shit. You got to work with hypergamy, okay? You got to work with hypergamy, make the fucking money, and understand what women's nature is about and not complain about it. I mean, that's what really chaps my ass, to tell you the truth. This complaint about hypergamy, it's just so fucking stupid, yeah? The fact of the matter is, I'm realizing that, see, guys complain more about hypergamy than women complain about the fact that guys are only interested in how a woman looks, yeah? I mean, a guy, every guy, could give a flying fuck what is coming out of the mouth of a woman, right? All he cares about is how hot she is, yeah? She could be a fucking idiot, and if she's hot enough, most guys, I'm talking 99% of guys, they'll marry her. Yeah, they'll marry the fucking idiot. And I'm not talking about an idiot in a metaphorical sense. No, I'm talking about an actual woman with like 75 IQ points. If she's hot, they'll marry her. Absolutely. Look at John Derek. Yeah, and women are hypergamous too, and they will marry an ugly son of a bitch. I mean, an ugly, old, fat son of a bitch if he's rich, if he's got money, if he can provide her. Yeah. And guys call her a whore, which is just stupid. I mean, it drives me nuts, okay? Because this kind of talk is just complaints. It's like complaining about the fucking weather, okay? You know, you live, like, for instance, I live in Ukraine, right? Right now, it's a beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky, right? Come winter, holy shit, there's gonna be about 6 feet of fucking snow. The whole fucking place is gonna be just covered in ice, right? Slippery as all get out, right? And what am I doing here? I mean, I know how it is here, yeah? I've been living here for a while, long enough to know, and even before I moved here, I had heard that the winters are kind of rough in Ukraine, right? I mean, it's not exactly a secret, right? And so, come winter, do you think that I'm gonna be complaining? That I'm gonna be bitching and moaning, oh, this fucking country, you know, it's so awful, it's so much snow, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was so surprised. I was shocked. I never thought that this would happen. Ah! No, of course not. Of course not. Of course not, because I know what Ukrainian winters are like. I know what women are insofar as hypergamy is concerned. So I don't bitch and moan about it. You shouldn't either. Work with it. Work with it. Understand it. And understand too, see, that you can be very, very easily swayed by beauty. And so you have to look beyond beauty. Okay, I said before in this video that what you want is to have children, have a bunch of children, right? Well, you want to get a hot woman, sure, but you got to look beyond it. You got to see what kind of person she is, okay? Because short term, medium term, yeah, a beautiful woman, she's gonna produce beautiful, healthy children. Yeah, odds are 99 out of 100 that that's going to be the case, right? But you still have to look beyond the beauty to see what kind of woman she is, because only then can you figure out what kind of mother she's going to be long term. And that's an important issue. And I'll talk about that shit in another video.